Video today. Today I wanted to focus on the Wood Veneer product that I've been using in my work quite a bit the last few months. I wanted to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to show you some cool things that you can do with it. First off, I just want to let you know that the Wood Veneer is actual wood cut from logs in one continuous piece, and it's then glued to heavy craft paper or poster board. So, for instance, right here is a piece of maple wood veneer, and this is the one that's glued to the poster board. And over here we have the paper backed, and this is the brown mahogany. And as you can see, the difference. This one is thinner and this one is thicker. So anyways, that's just a brief little bit about it. Now I'm going to show you some cool things that you can do with it. The one thing that I really enjoyed, the thing I like the most to do with it, is to watercolor with it. And what I've done here is I've taken a piece of maple veneer, and this is the poster back, and I've gone ahead and I've stamped the tree stamp from the Paper Tray Father Knows Best stamp set, and I stamped it with Versamark, and then I embossed it with fine black detail embossing powder. The one thing about, it embosses great, but the one thing I would suggest when you emboss with it is just go really slow and do it in just little increments so that you're careful not to crack the wood, but it looks really great embossed. So let me go ahead and show you how I like to watercolor with it. As you can see, I've done a little bit of it here, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. So let me bring it just a little bit closer so that you can see. I went ahead and, let's back it up a little more, okay. Went ahead and took a Stampin' Up! Water-based marker, and I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just fill it in with some of the marker, just, putting in little bits of color in each of the little leaves. And just to save time, I'm just going to go pretty quick with that. You can also use Copic markers to color on this. You can also use alcohol inks directly. You can paint with it, and that makes a really great effect too. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my aqua painter, and I'm just going to go ahead and go over where I've put the color, and I'm just going to activate it with the water. And once I start to get it activated, I'm just going to go ahead and paint all over that space. I'm not going to worry about staying in the lines. I'm just going to move it around to blend it. Just like that. You see what a great effect that makes, and when it dries you can see it a lot better too. So I think this is a really, really great way to watercolor. Another thing I like to do is you can paper piece with it. And I've taken a piece of the brown mahogany here, I stamped the tree trunk, and I cut it out, and then all you have to do is just put it in where the trunk is, and you've got an actual little trunk. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's one great thing you can do with it. The next thing I like to do with it is I like to use my embossing folders and run it through the Cuttlebug embossing folder, and just run it through, and it's kind of hard to see on this one. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Hopefully you can. Go ahead after you've run it through, and one quick tip, take a paper towel and that's got some water on it, and just lightly put some water on it before you run it through the embossing folder. And then what I like to do is I like to take some dye-based ink and a sponge, and I go ahead and I just put some color on it and just sponge where the embossed part came out, just to kind of highlight it, just like that. Hopefully you guys can see it better now that it's colored. You see that any better? I've actually got a piece that's finished. Maybe you can see that one better. Yeah, there we go. There's one that's already done. And that's another really cool thing to do. And one more thing I wanted to show you is another great thing to do with it is to die cut with it. This is a card that I made for Father's Day. And as you can see, I went ahead and I used some die cut letters. I think these are the "You're Not the Boss of Me" that were for the Cuttlebug. And I went ahead and I used the maple again, and this was a poster back, and I went ahead and I die cut the letters to make the word Dad, and then I used another piece of veneer for the backing, and did the same thing on the inside. This time I took the saying and I stamped it with black VersaFine, and then I used the another piece to mat it. So that's another really great thing you can do. There's so many things you can do with this. The possibilities are really endless. But anyways, I wanted to also let you know that Pat, the Wood Veneer Man, and I have teamed up, and I'm now going to be selling the wood veneer in my Etsy shop. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about what you would get in the sample packs. The first thing that you're going to get is you're going to get some pre-cut postcards. You're going to get 2 of the maple, and then you're going to get 3 of the cherry. You'd also be getting 2 maple bookmarks, and you also be getting 2 of the business card size as well. Here's the other one of the maple. So, and that is all poster back. It all comes pre-cut in these sizes. You don't have to use it exactly as is. You can cut it up, do whatever you want with it. You can also print directly on it as well. So those are the first things you get. And then, besides that, you would be getting some other really cool finishes. You'd be getting 5x5 of the cherry, and a 5x5 of the maple, and a 5x5 of the white birch. And that's all poster backed as well. Now, you also will be receiving all this paperback. And these are some really great finishes too. This is the walnut. Then we've got the cherry and the brown mahogany. Got the wenge. And we also have the red mahogany. That's the one I used for the embossing, the Cuttlebug embossing. And then, last but not least, is the mahogany, and this one is actually has the PSA on the back, which is the peel and stick background. And this is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece. So you would be getting all of this in a sample pack to play with. I think that is a great way for you guys to try it out. And if you like it, we can then sell it to you by the piece in 12 by 12 pieces in whatever kind that you'd like. So anyways, I'm going to have a link for this up on the video for the Etsy shop where you can get it. I'm also going to do a giveaway on my blog for a package of it as well. So I'll have that information up. Come on over, tell us what you think about it. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free to leave them there too. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope this has answered some of your questions about it and given you some ideas about what to do with it, and also made you want to give it a try. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll be back soon with more techniques to share with you.